Hello everybody, welcome back to Ghostly French Toast, and today we're doing a video. This is kind of an interesting video, similar to the Morgot one. We're going to do Can the Killdozer kill the Elden Ring demigods by the one and only Ghostly French Toast. What is exactly a Killdozer? For who, I won't go too deep in the lore. I will leave a description to a very good video that goes in depth if you really want to watch it. But what I'm going to be talking about is just the Killdozer itself, not the lore or anything, but if it could theoretically kill the Elden Ring bosses, which there's a decent bit where I think it can. Armored bulldozer with reinforced steel. So what it is, we got armored bulldozer, right? We got the bulldozer just covered in head-to-toe armor that, when once put on, cannot come off. So you're locked in there, and it's pretty strong. And in between each steel is a decent bit of concrete. So and then another place steel. It's very strong. When they stopped the Killdozer, the only way they got in was basically it took 3 hours for them to cut through with just like flame, all that. 3 automated guns. You have gun ports over there, so it has range. That's good. That's good. That's something very important to take note of. Has an AC, so if you're getting flame spit on you from Godric, you can cool off in there. Pretty cool. Only stopped due to getting caught on treads. So what happened was it went into a hardware store, right? And the Killdozer got caught on some treads, got caught on some wires, and it basically broke the treading system. And it's kind of funny, that of all things broke it, and not even anything that happened. They got explosives, whatever. A little grenade was tossed on the exhaust port and basically walked it off. So that's kind of wild to me. Bulletproof glass, so it has many like little cameras all around and to see, and each glass is bulletproof, so you're gonna need a lot of damage to get through. It is literally an armored tank bulldozer. It's kind of silly, not gonna lie. Rules. So as the Maharaga video, we're gonna discuss some rules. Current strength and lore for demigods. If the Killdozer is stopped, it's lost, it loses, whatever. To be honest, that's it. One other rule: mainline bosses, example Malth, Fire Giant, all that. Plus DLC, Godric. So clean sweep, no doubt in my mind. Godric gets clapped. He's a bunch of flesh. This is a literal bulldozer with guns. And you might be saying, Luke or Ghostly French Toast, what about Godric's second phase? He has ranged attacks, more ranged attacks. He has his wind fire attacks, whatever. He uses the fucking dragon for his arm. Even his second phase, I think he gets clapped. Godric barely uses range attacks, and at that point, the Killdozer are already going to be in there, just kind of thing, you know. So it's kind of silly like that. And his only chance is his second phase. If Godric keeps far away with his range attacks, he has a chance at winning, but even then, it's just wind, and I don't think wind's going to knock over a fucking bulldozer with reinforced steel and concrete. So still, it's a low diff fight for the Killdozer. Easy win. Ralo. Similar. Another clean sweep. Not gonna lie. Weak to physical damage. And that's kind of a big thing when the Killdozer is literally a physical object that just rolls over you. Killdozer has guns to stay at range, and you might be wondering, like, Ghostly French Toast, why would the Killdozer want to stay at range as an option? Ralo has like a bunch of like magic attacks. Well, my idea is, like, if you shoot magic at a wall in Elden Ring, it leaves a little mark. So I don't think it's going to be that hard but the wall doesn't, like, go in. And so maybe just be like, Ghostly French Toast, that's just, like, gameplay-wise. I personally think magic affects bodies much more. It's like some kind of, like, flame, if that makes any sense, where it, like, burns, leaves an impact. And I feel like it's like that. So the magic attacks by Ralo will kind of, like, they'll hurt, but, like, they won't hurt, if that makes any sense. Only chance is to use spirits, like the giant or dragon, just to try to crush it. But even then, it's still a low diff fight for the Killdozer. Locked in. Ragon, our first big challenger. It's a 50-50 shot. Here's what I mean. Ragon wins by reaching second phase. 1, his meteorite slam attack, very big, very big. 2, his basically little meteorites where he summons meteorites, and his spiral attack. He'll just slice and dice the Killdozer, and just the girth of Ragon. He's a big guy. His swords are big. They're girthy. Whatever. Absolutely destroy Killdozer, I think personally. Killdozer can win if it charges Ragon down. Ragon is on a horse. I think if Killdozer crushes the horse, wins. Because Radon needs the gravity magic, whatever. But even then, I feel like he has no legs. And if I got hit with a bulldozer and I had no legs, like, the fuck am I doing? Getting back up? Radon needs to keep at range, and I think he wins, personally. Morgot. I love Morgot. He's one of my favorite. He's personally my favorite base game Elden Ring boss. But it's an easy diff. Morgot has no heavy attacks besides the hammer. Morgot has speed. That's the big thing the Killdozer doesn't. Morgot will blitz the Killdozer, dashing around, whatever. But he has to blitz. That's the only thing. But the problem is he has no heavy hitting attacks to basically destroy the metal and like destroy concrete. Besides the hammer, he just has to spam that. But I think Morgot loses. Estelle has a high chance at winning. Why, you may be asking? Ghostly French toast. The main reason the gravity attack. So one of Estelle's grab attacks is a gravity AoE, which covers a range, which will lift things into the air. So, and it lifts anything, heavy, whatever. So I think Estelle is gonna just hit him with that grab attack and just whoosh, into the air, slam back down. But the Killdozer does have a chance at winning. The thing with Estelle's very best way to put it is not a very mobile boss. He stays in one place, he moves around, he teleports around, but he's pretty still. So the Killdozer charges him down. That's his chance, or he stays at range with his guns. Problem is the rotation with Estelle teleporting around is going to be hard for the Killdozer to move around and ram him down. As stated, Estelle stays in one place. Killdozer can charge it. Has good range attacks like Estelle's laser beam. Can just slowly just wear down the Killdozer. But I think it'll take a little bit. But I think the Killdozer can still win. It's a 60-40 win for Estelle. Estelle has like a 40% chance. But as long as the Killdozer just charges him down, it's also, as stated before, I feel like fleshy things are going to be weaker to the Killdozer. If you have like a fucking Plas, a little spoiler for later, he's basically rocking concrete. So I think it's kind of hard for him to win. Fire Giant. Killdozer loses. I hate to say. Literally gets stomped, metaphorically and literally. Too much health. The Killdozer can't really do much about that. So Fire Giant. Now we're on to Rykard. Low chance for Rykard to win. Low chance for Killdozer to win. Sorry. Rykard has hard hitting strikes. He has a sword, AoE, fucking snake first phase, where he unearths the ground. That'll just knock the Killdozer over, and because it knocks the player character up. And if we're going with that mindset, how the Killdozer was stopped was because it got caught on something. So if it felt like an earthquake kind of attack where it shoots things up like Godfrey, that's a big problem for the Killdozer. Rykard's just way too big for the Killdozer to do significant damage. You literally have to use a special blade to kill Rykard. You're like, yeah, you can use other things, but the main way to kill him is using Serpent Hunter. Literally gets crushed metaphorically. Like, I think Rykard could just stand up and just sit on him, like his big jump flying attack. Malekith. This is a weird one. Beats Clergyman pretty easily. Not gonna lie. Low HP. Second phase kind of gets clapped. It still has low HP, so if the Killdozer can just charge him, that's the only chance I think he has a chance at winning. He has low poise, but he's glass cannon. Like, Malekith's gonna shred through the armor, I think. He's fast, and that's the biggest problem for the Killdozer. No maneuverability. And yes, you still have the guns where you can stay at range, but Malekith's a very aggressive boss where he'll charge you down. So I think the Killdozer has a somewhat chance at winning. Killdozer gets blitzed. That's the honest opinion. Malekith's gonna blitz the Killdozer, but if it can just charge him down, it's the only chance. But I'm still saying I'm giving the win to Malekith. Placid Deus Ex, another low medium diff. So very non-moving, which is good for Killdozer. You may be saying, like, Ghostly French Toast, why are you saying this is a low medium diff for Placid Deus Ex? Plas has hard hitting attacks. That's the problem. Where he has his claws attack slams, and he has the fucking nuke, which I think will annihilate the Killdozer. As much as I hate to say it, I love Killdozer, but it's going to get absolutely annihilated. Second phase, I don't think it can beat. Plas Deus Ex literally teleports around and laser attack, that's all I gotta say. I think it just penetrates through any metal. So, given the win to Plas Deus Ex on this one. Godfrey, very interesting case. 50-50. Why? Only can win if armor is penetrating. So if Godfrey can just destroy the armor, but I'm like, Godfrey's a strong guy, even in his second phase, really strong guy, like heavy hitter, right? He has to punch through like metal and concrete, so I don't think he can really do that. Killdozer can just charge down Godfrey. That's the thing. Like as stated before, I think fleshy characters are kind of weak to the Killdozer. Killdozer's kind of like built different, just like that. So if the Killdozer charges Godfrey down, it's an easy win. The only problem is the explosion, earthquake attacks, whatever you want to call them. Like stated before with Rykard, the treads underneath the tank are going to get uprooted. You're going to get flipped into the air. And the Killdozer is like a turtle. If a turtle falls on its back, it's over for him. So we're kind of dealing with that problem where you're going to get knocked up into the air. And I don't think any of the grab attacks are a problem. I don't think Godfrey can like grab attack the fucking Killdozer, which is kind of wild to me. Needs to keep at range to win. That's the big thing. If you can keep at range, it's an easy win. But if not, hate to break it to you, champ. Radagon, my goat. I love Radagon. Male manipulator. Just kidding. Easy to win. Why? Just need to charge him down at the start. Radagon has slow, like, moving attacks. Like, yes, in game, the delays are, like, kind of hard, but, like, you're delaying against the fucking Killdozer. Killdozer's gonna charge you down, but you're gonna be like, cozy French toast, the Elden ring attack. Machine gun much. Only problem, teleportation. Machine gun much. Gun counters Radagon. Easy, bam. You can say about most bosses, but I'm going to give it to Radagon there. I'm going to give it to Killdozer against Radagon. So, Elden Beast. Loses easily. I hate to admit it, the Killdozer loses easily. Too fast and maneuverable, literally goes underwater, and I don't think the Killdozer can go underground. Elden Ring attack destroys. It's a high diff fight. Mode. Medium diff. Why? Wins if survives first phase. You can blitz first phase Moog, just crush him, roll him over. Stay at range, machine gun fire. But the problem is if Moog hits second phase, that's gonna make it a little difficult. Why? Second phase is protected as long as the armor can hold up. Cause yes, it's blood flame. It's a very strong and powerful flame. Like where it's on you, it's just gonna keep burning and burning. And so I think there's a high problem where if the tank gets stuck in the the blood flame is going to be a big problem because it just keep melting away at the armor. And that's what the big problem where it's like, it's not like Godric where Godric has little fire attacks. The Killdozer is going to have a problem because he's flying around. Moog is very mobile. It's also stealing concrete, so it has a little more chance of it. It can survive. Millenia. Medium diff. Why? Low poise, both first phases. Can easily get staggered by a fucking tank. So if I ran a tank into Millenia, that kind of sounds weird, so don't take that out of context. I think the Killdozer can win, not gonna lie. Just needs to charge her down, which is easy, I think, first phase. The only problem is the Aeonia. It's Scarlet Rot. The thing with Rot, we learned this from E.G., right, and his swords, that they don't really have any effect by the Scarlet Rot because they're specially made. But this is just kind of metal. So the Aeonia is going to be a big problem when it just rots away the metal and just kills the Killdozer. Millenia, I think, is going to win this fight just because how potent the Scarlet Rot is. Dancing Lion. This is going to be a big problem. You might be wondering, how is two men, basically one taking up the butt, going to be a big problem? Why? Wind attacks. That's the big thing. Wind attacks are going to stop the treads because it goes out in the AoE form and it just like knocks you up. And he also has the tornado, which knocks you up, a little tornado. And you're not going to be like, okay, if it was just that, sure, whatever. Lightning messes with the circuitry of the tank. As stated before, it has technology, it has cameras, it has air conditioning. It's going to mess with the tank a lot. And also there's going to be the ice too, which is going to freeze the tank. So I think this gives the Dancing Lion an easy win. And the Killdozer most likely loses. Ralo. Medium diff, not gonna lie. Magic can't go through walls. As stated before, I personally feel like magic. If I had magic in real life at my unit college, I shot it through a wall, right? It can't go through that wall. Easy. It's just gonna leave a little burn mark. Balls attack. As stated before, the Killdozer's biggest problem is its treads. The treads are the biggest problem. If you reinforce treads, sure, but it's not. And the ball attacks are gonna knock it up into the air. It knocks anything up into the air. And I don't think the Killdozer can jump, so only way of dodging it is jumping. It's a Rolana is very aggressive and maneuverable. You see her dashing around, doing spin attacks, trying to be flashy and flamboyant, which is kind of silly, goofy, not gonna lie. Killdozer can win if it charges down Ralo. That's the only way I think, personally. Matir, medium diff. Why? Fleshy, very fleshy boss. Killdozer just gonna and bullets, that kind of thing. And that bullets are pretty good against flesh. And you can already see Matir has a big wound on her chest. So, and all around her, she has a bunch of wounds. Bullets can pierce and charge down. Only concerned if it gets crushed. Matir has a lot of slamming attacks, all that. It's a very big boss. 50-50 chance it's winning. Also, there's second phase. Putrescent Knight, medium diff. Why? High maneuverability. Gets crushed easily. You have a big weapon. Ghost Flame, I don't think Ghost Flame will mess with the treads. It'll just melt it because it's fire after all. But the only thing it's a pile of bones in the end. It's a pile of bones and a skinny horse. I think it's gonna be easy for it if it locks on. The Killdozer gets it. Killdozer wins. So I'm gonna give it probably to the Putrescent Knight on this one. Mainly being it has a lot more ways just to maneuver around the boss. And this leads into Mesmer as well. Mesmer is a high diff fight for him. Gets blissed by Mesmer. Snake actually destroys the armor. It's gonna eat the armor. It's gonna eat the fucking tank. There's no if, and, or buts around it. Fire burns through the armor, as stated before. And this is like very potent fire. Like similar to Black Flame, all that. It's gonna just burn through it, all that. Midra. Here's the thing with Midra. I think Midra is easy diff for the Killdozer. No win. Low poise. Just going to charge him down. Just get ran over. And he's not even armor. As stated before, fleshy boss. Charges down easily. Flames can't really pierce the armor. Okay, so Midra he has explosions, right? But if you're getting charged down by the Killdozer, like, I don't think you're going to be able to do that. And with how easy it gets to poise break Midra, it's going to be kind of silly goofy, not going to lie. And the only way the Killdozer can win if he needs to end it fast. Romina, Saint of the Bud, medium diff. Why? Heavy hitting at body attacks, like the scorpion and centipede attacks, those are pretty bad. And the piercing attacks, but regular normal blades aren't that bad. Problem is also Scarlet Rot. The good thing about Romina, she doesn't do Scarlet Rot besides her second phase. So if you can get through the second phase and just like plow her down, you're living. Needs to watch out for piercing attacks, because the piercing attacks, I feel like they're the strongest piercing attacks in the game and can pierce through, like, especially her penis, because I'm not sure if you noticed, but with, like, scorpions, they have penises. Like, so you know when she flies up in the air, she's actually stabbing you with her penis, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Hate to break it to you. Look it up. 50-50 chance at winning. So as long as the Killdozer runs her down, I'm giving it, because Romina's not really a mobile boss. She moves around a lot, but when she's in an area, she stays in an area. So I think Romina gets charged down. I'm giving this to Killdozer. Not gonna lie. Bale. High diff. Flame Lightning basically counters, electrifies circuits, and also burns through everything. Also a fast and large boss, which is kind of bad for the Killdozer. No chance at winning. Gaius. Medium diff. Why? Can win if beats the first charge, because we all know the charge attack that always starts off in the fight. If the Killdozer basically hits him, it's over. But if Commander Gaius moves out of the way, most likely he'll win. Needs to watch out for gravity attacks, as stated with Estelle. Gravity attacks are the biggest counter to Killdozer, so that's the big thing. Medium win if I'm gonna have to give it to Gaius on this one. Gaius is very maneuverable. He can move around a lot, but if he gets hit once, it's over. He can't move his legs after all, lore-wise. Saki Tree Avatar, medium diff. Why? Can win if the charge is at the start, if he charges at the start. Problem is, it's an endurance fight. And we know the Killdozer doesn't really have an endurance fight. So I'm going to get, spoiler. Sorry, I'm going to have to give that to probably the Saki Tree Avatar just because you have the 3 phases. 3 phases kind of kill him. And the thorns penetrate basically everything. So as stated before, penetration from underneath is kind of bad. So always use protection. Primer Dawn, high diff, literally a god. Fast and hard hitting. That's like the best way to describe it. It's over. There's no way the Killdozer can kill a god. As much as I hate to admit it. And even if we're not looking at Mikola, second phase, the ground attacks destroy the Killdozer. Radon has a lot of ground attacks where he'll do the gravity AoE and it's just going to penetrate through the Killdozer. So in the end, I think God wins. But yeah, thank you all for watching and listening to this little video. Very silly, goofy. I'll see you guys next time on Ghostly French Toast. Bye-bye.